Good evening and happy Friday, BMS. It is 64 degrees here in South Georgia. The time is now 10:40 p.m. and it's your girl Tiffany J here with yesterday's recap and today's news. Yesterday was Thursday, February 6th, 2025. The day started with Jordan's special good morning going out to anyone who has the parents from my wife and kids in their top 5 examples of black love. But it was swiftly taken away if you believe Kelly was the best one in Destiny's Child. The morning salutations started rolling in and the lurkers got called out by our fearless leader. Barry was looking for someone who wants to get married the next day, and Carl was trying to find a beautiful queen to flirt with. Jordan likened that to him going to a restaurant and saying he wants food, but not actually ordering anything. The greetings kept rolling in and brought some new people with it. The love of wrestling entered the chat. It was F. Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon, and Triple H could possibly be next. A black guy won a snowboarding contest and broke a record. There were more greetings, event reminders dropped, and Clarence and Raquel geared up for round 2. Another newbie entered the chat and he was asked to show his teeth. In case you didn't know, teeth are very important. We like Colgate Smiles, not mush mouth. Tichelle let us know that she hurt somebody's feelings over Legos, but then Joel came out of hiding to tell everyone that the plural of Lego is not Legos, it's Lego. But I did some digging and found that it's really Lego bricks or Lego sets because Lego is an adjective, so it doesn't have a plural. In any event, Lego Boy has issues and Lego sets are serious business. He ultimately got blocked, but not before he cried to Shell a river. Raquel now owes Tichelle a full booty cheek grab, even though she has no buns to be clapping, because she thought it was her fault, but after reading, she realized it wasn't. So Joel is going to be the judge of whether or not Raquel actually has buns or not, because he's a self-proclaimed certified clapping instructor. Miracle welcomed the newbies to the chat and reminded them to post their pick and intro in the main group, and in came Brittany with the Tell the Truth Thursday confession session. Safe Confessions got a thumbs down, but confessions came rolling in like a flood, and the next thing you know, it was time for Zoom. Ultimately, another beautiful day in the BMS neighborhood was had by all. And just like that, we're all done with yesterday's recap, and it's time for some housekeeping. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you've done your mandatory introduction in the Facebook group. Don't plan any events without going through proper channels. And don't drop any business promotions, unapproved links, or anything of that nature in the chats. Protocols are in place for a purpose, and clear is kind. If you have any questions or if you need any assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out to the admins and moderators. They're here to make your journey a breeze. Also, be sure to check out your regional chats and get active. Ladies, join the ladies' lounge, and fellas, join the men's lounge. Those spaces are curated just for you. Lastly, we want to see you guys and gals on the Zoom chats nightly, building rapport and making connections. That's how you meet all the people and get in on all the fun. Also, don't forget about the ladies' lounge Zoom every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. and the men's lounge Zoom every other Wednesday at 7 p.m. Those Zooms are for their respective audiences, and the information to join can be found in the ladies' lounge for the ladies and in the men's lounge for the fellas. Now that we've taken care of our housekeeping, it is time for today's news. It is Friday, February 7th, 2025. Happy Black History Month, BMS. Today's special good morning went out to everyone who still hasn't forgiven Mike for making Sheila go up that mountain. But it was taken back if you think Love Jones is a good example of black love. Jordan was on an F jagged edge rant. However, no J.E. slander will be tolerated. He obviously needed a hug first thing this morning. Morning greetings started rolling in, and in came our topic. Today is Freaky Friday, and everyone was asked to post a sexy PG pic, and whoever likes it or reacts to the pic has to ask the person one freaky question. The pic started dropping, the questions started flying, and oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, you did not disappoint. Things were supposed to be PG, but it quickly went left, and some folks got flagged and restricted. The chat was on fire, and it has stayed that way for the remainder of the day. Needless to say, Zoom better be a whole entire inferno tonight. Quite frankly, a spicy day in the BMS neighborhood goes down in the books, and just like that, we are all caught up on today's news. And now it's time for our BMS upcoming events. Florida is hitting up the Duvalton Artist Ball on Friday, February 7th in Jacksonville, Florida. The West Coast is getting in on the fun with a Super Bowl watch party on Sunday, February 9th in Phoenix, Arizona. Florida is back in the pool having fun with their Top Golf game night on Sunday, March 2nd in Tampa, Florida. Florida is also having a meet and greet in Orlando on Saturday, February 15th. The West Coast is at it again with a Glow Game Night on Saturday, March 15th in Alhambra, California. And Texas is not to be forgotten with a Blurred's Dream Come True meet and greet on Friday, May 30th in Houston, Texas. Make sure you stay tuned to the events page in the Facebook group to stay up to date and in the know about all BMS events. Now it's time for the newest BMS event Spotlight. Tonight's spotlight goes out to Jared and the Texas chat doing it big with their second game night at PJ's Coffee on Saturday, February 1st. They had another night of games and good vibes. And as you can see by the pics, everyone was all smiles and a time was had. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what you're doing, but keep your eyes on the events page in the Facebook group so that you are up to date and in the know about all BMS happenings, because we are out here in these streets having fun, making connections, and doing it big. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some exciting news. BMS is hiring. That's right, you heard me correctly. BMS is hiring. Are you passionate about fostering connections and organizing amazing events? If so, we're expanding our team and we're looking for dedicated moderators, chat hosts, event planners, designers, and developers to join our vibrant community. These are all paid positions. For more details or to apply, visit the featured section of our Facebook group or check out the pinned post at the top of your regional chats. We cannot wait to add you to our team. Today's Black History Fact is highlighting Dr. Alexa Irene Kennedy. Dr. Kennedy is the first African American female neurosurgeon. She received her degree from the University of Michigan and completed her neurosurgical residency at the University of Minnesota. Spending much of her surgical career at the Children's Hospital of Michigan, she became chief of neurosurgery after only 4 years at the age of 36. She retired 18 years later, having trained all 4 of the remaining neurosurgeons. She was also a professor and vice chair of the Department of Neurosurgery at Wayne State University. Dr. Kennedy also shares a U.S. patent for the shunt with 2 fellow neurosurgeons. In 2001, she retired and moved to Florida, but returned to work as the only pediatric neurosurgeon in the area, and she served until she fully retired in 2012. Dr. Irene Alexa Kennedy is a prime example of Black excellence, 24/7, 365. There's absolutely nothing like it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it from your girl Tiffany J with yesterday's recap and today's news. As always, have all the fun, do all the things, and participate in all of the shenanigans. And while you do, know that I love you, but God loves you best. And remember to make it great, know it's blessed, do your best, and God will always take care of the rest. And I will check in with you guys and gals tomorrow evening. Good night.